NRD stands for?
The natural resource recovery. There's a 2-second explanation or less. The state, in its wisdom, had permitted for a level of statutory recovery against bad actors who polluted the environment. And they were recoverable in the form of either primary restoration, which is basically to reconstruct the environment that was destroyed, and then a second component in compensatory damages to compensate the people of the state for the loss of the use and enjoyment of that property. And that's the acronym they use for those kind of damages. In the 8 years starting with Governor McGreevey, starting in 2004, when the cases started to be filed, there were a total of 131 NRD cases which were filed up through Corazine. And to break it down, McGreevey 45, Cody 16, and Corazine 70. As far as the Christie administration, from January of 2009 forward, there's been one. Is that accurate?
I think that is right.
The way that I'm reading this is that, in theory, if an Exxon station in West Orange today, if this settlement is approved, and next week the Exxon station is determined that it had discharged a substance that could be pursued under NRD, that, especially with MTBE, that they can't be sued. And that's what the agreement says. It says that all other, that MTBE as it stands, that all other stations, I'll read it, the DEP covenants not to sue Exxon Mobil, and that Exxon Mobil will receive contribution protection for NRD claims other than what is already alleged in the statewide MTB litigation. That's what it says. That seems pretty clear to me.
Yep. So MTB is out, and if there's contamination that requires a cleanup, that's in.
So that's already being pursued. But this says anything that's not, and that puts, I imagine, Exxon Mobil in a much different position than the rest of the bad actors, if you will, that you're pursuing, who don't have that similar protection. I would like to know, in the responsibility charged to me through the Speaker as Chairman of Judiciary, that we have, in our own evaluative process, have secured the trial transcripts, have secured the post-trial briefs with the cooperation of the Attorney General's office. I have retained our own independent attorneys that are experts in the field of environmental litigation and NRD, are consulting with independent environmental experts, and working collaboratively with our colleagues in the Senate in over the next several weeks, well before the June 6th deadline. We will, in a thoughtful and deliberative way, bullet out our opinions as it relates to the veracity and the appropriateness of the settlement for the sake of the public comment period and for the courts to consider.